About 6,000 years ago, native inhabitants first appeared in the mountains surrounding the Gihon Spring, the city they established as a hilltop agricultural settlement on the boundaries of the vast Egyptian kingdom, remained unchanged for many years. The place was called Rusalimum or Jerusalemum, and some people think that it refers to the dwelling place of Shalim, or the Canaanite god of dawn. For many prominent gods and goddesses, notably the Canaanite god El and his spouse, the goddess Asherah, it was a significant place of worship. Who knew that 3,500 years later, the area would be invaded by sea peoples, or Philistines, as they are known in the Bible? It led to the region to become unstable, and Egypt to lose control of Canaan. In this time of chaos, as the Bible mentions, King David found a small country known as Judea. Jerusalem was made its capital sometime in the first millennium BCE, or roughly 3,000 years ago. Jerusalem, a city that is seen as a source of major conflict between Israelites and Palestinians, no treaty could prove useful when it came to dissolving this matter. For both Jews and Muslims, Jerusalem is an extremely important city with tremendous religious significance. Both Jews and Muslims consider it sacred and are not willing to give up on it at any cost. Jerusalem is the spiritual hub of Judaism and is regarded as the holiest city in the world by Jews. Jews believe that Abraham was given the order to sacrifice his dearest son, Isaac, in the same city. This sacrifice was a huge sign of God's divinity and the piousness of their prophets. They also believe the same city will be the location of the coming of the Messiah. Moreover, the three prayers offered by traditional Jews are performed facing Jerusalem. All of these reasons explain well why Jews have a strong emotional bond with the city. On the other hand, after Mecca and Medina, Jerusalem is regarded by Muslims as the third holiest city in Islam. The Dome of the Rock of the Al-Aqsa Mosque are two significant religious sites located within the city. They also believe that the initial direction of prayer for Muslims was Jerusalem rather than Mecca. Based on these factors, it explains well why Muslims hold this city very dear to them as well. The son of King David, Prophet Solomon, constructed the first temple in Jerusalem. This temple remained a major site of Jewish pilgrimage for many years. Several ancestors of the Jewish community must have performed their important rituals in the beautifully constructed temple. Tracing back to history, Ahaz of Jerusalem, the king of Judea, pleaded with Tiglath-Pileser III, who was the head of the Assyrian Empire, to intervene on his side in a conflict with Israel around 733 BCE. As requested by Ahaz, Tiglath-Pileser agreed and helped him destroy Israel and made Judea a subordinate state. However, nothing lasts forever, and empires fade away. The defeat of the Assyrians was in the stars. The Babylonians eventually defeated the Assyrians in 605 BCE. 8 years later, Jehoiakim, the king of Jerusalem, along with the rest of the ruling class, were taken into slavery in Babylon by King Nebuchadnezzar II. In 587 BCE, Zedekiah, who had been installed as Jehoiakim's vassal king, carried out a massive rebellion. This caused Nebuchadnezzar to invade Jerusalem with great wrath. He seized local officials and sent them to Babylonia, where he completely demolished the city and its first temple. This was a deeply saddening incident for the Jews, watching their holy city being burnt down and their sacred temple being demolished. They developed anger and frustration within. Jerusalem was devastated and remained barren for several decades. It was an era of quietness. However, silence often symbolizes the arrival of danger. Do you wish to know what exactly happened after this? Make sure to subscribe to our channel to receive the next video we upload as quickly as possible.